So it's just the journey. When you ride your horse somewhere, it's a journey. The journey might be pleasant, or you might have a flat tire on the way. You might run out of gas on the way. You might run into a detour on the way. But if you keep going where you're going, you will get there. But if you become so worried about the flat tire, if you become so worried about the detour, then you are not going to be able, you're going to be frustrated by the time you get where you're going. So it's just a journey. If that journey has a little detour for this jump, so be it. And if the horse chooses not to go over it, she might decide to go around it and go from the other way. So once that horse tells her no so many times, she needs to change what she's going to do. There you go. Go on to something else. There you go. So knowing that no matter what you have to do, sometimes sitting in one spot trying to fight the horse for control doesn't work as good as it does when you just go on and do something else. Nice girl. Very nice. So she's getting the horse to do something that he likes and that he's good at. And then she may go back and try some of those other jumps. She may or may not get accomplished. She's just on her journey. The journey comes and finishes when she trots through those poles down at the far end. So some of you sitting in the stands here saying, that's probably what my horse would do if I was there. That's probably what mine would do. Yeah. And a lot of them are like that. Go ahead on, Crystal. Finish up the rest of your course. There, that girl. There you go. Go on to your next obstacle.
Over to the ball, bring it to the grandstand.
So she's still on her journey, Now, most of the time when we ride our horses, there's nobody but you and a couple friends. Well, tonight, there's a whole bunch of people in the grandstand, and there's a bunch of people standing around on the rail, and she is trying, but she can't worry about you guys. She can't worry about the people on the rail. She can't worry about me talking on the microphone. She can't worry about the judge. All she's got to think about is this journey that she's on and where she's going. Might take her longer to get there than some of the other horses. But she's just on her own journey. So however long it takes, I've watched Crystal ride for a number of years, one of the hardest things for people that don't ride horses full time is when they go somewhere to compete. Very nice, Crystal. All right. On the count of three, get people. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yeah. You can see how badly that horse wanted to leave, but it didn't. Very nice.
Rocking bridge.
Very nice. So she's still on her journey. And if you're a good showman, you are not bothered by who's sitting in the stand. You're not bothered whether your trainer's here. You're not bothered whether there's one judge or 3 judges. And you're not bothered that some guy's critiquing you over the microphone. You're just on the journey. And you're going to make the most of it. That's 2 tries. You got one more try, Chris, to get him on that bridge. All right, send her to her next obstacle.
Over to the round bale.
Okay. As a person that's made their whole living for the last, let's see, 43 years in the horse business, I get a a really good feeling when I watch people on a journey with their horse. I don't care whether it's riding it in this obstacle course, or that they have it for a long period of time, or they only have it for a couple of months. I like to watch people's journey. I like to watch how they deal with it. I like to watch how they get to the end of their journey. The horse may be better broke or not any better broke when they get to the end. But it's very interesting to see how the whole thing works when they get there.
Okay, over to the round pen. Bring the horse out and tie him to the pen.
Crystal's journey is a little bit like, tonight is a little bit like mine on this horse. It's taken us all this time for my horse to finally be willing to stand in one spot. Because at the beginning of the night he was wanting to prance and he was wanting to dance and he was wanting to, you know, be kind of foolish. And I was wishing for a little while maybe that I would have picked out one of the other ones to ride. But you know, that's the journey that I chose tonight, was to ride this one. And so that I could decide, you know, when, and so at the end of the night, I can feel like I'm getting something accomplished with my horse. Just tie him up. Go ahead and just tie him up. Don't worry about the gate. You can see Crystal's little horse here.
Over to the jolly ball and swing it around your head.
I haven't seen her ride this horse a whole lot. But you can see sometimes he gets at peace with himself. And then at other times he gets very frustrated. He gets kind of worried. He gets unsure of himself sometimes. And then, you know, all of a sudden, he relaxes again. And you would like to say, well, why doesn't he relax the whole time? Well, that's easy to say.
Okay, through the junkyard and the cowboy curtain.
You can see here's that frustrated part. So this looks really hard, Crystal. Your next obstacle.
Over to the tarp. Put the tarp over your horse's head.
So she's still on her journey. You know, now she had a whole bunch of time. If she had a whole bunch of time, she may just spend 2 hours on trying to get this horse to work, go through one obstacle. So when you go to ride, and even a person like me that rides horses all day for a living, I don't always have that leisure thing that says I can take 3 hours to do this. We're all on a time schedule, whether we do this for a living or whether we just do it 2 hours a day. Pretty good. Might get him through that curtain, that obstacle thing. Atta girl. There you go. Show him a little daylight in there, Crystal. Show him a little daylight. There you go. Let him see out of it with one eye. So if we were trying to train this horse, we might let him see out of that thing with one eye and let him go over there. So in training a horse, a lot of times It's not forcing a horse to do whatever. Sometimes, you know, we may have an idea of what we want to do, but
Back through the zigzag. Okay, over to the tire and drag it through the L.
Very good. Very good. You watch this horse on one object and then you watch him on another and he kind of looks like it's two different horses. And I would tell you, I've had a whole lot of horses that are like this. That you ask them to do something and they just look like a star, and then you ask them to do the same thing the next day and they act like they've never seen it before. There's just absolutely no way that they can do it.
Canter the pinwheel twice, going over the rails.
Do your pinwheel.
Over to the bridge, the plank, the mattress, the rail, and the box.
That journey. And those of you that don't ride and think that riding's easier, you've only rode somebody's horse that's really good rope. And this part of riding is, you know, it amazes me that so many people stick with it because it is frustrating and sometimes it just keeps you down. But you just keep on riding if you like to ride.
The sprinkler?
Right through your sprinklers. Just ride through your sprinklers. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Keep riding. And you're
To the center and ground tie.
Bring in your next horse.
Casey Pierce, you're up next.
Come on in, Bobby. I believe we got 4 horses left. This girl's crazy. He still loves me after all that I've done to her. All right. Give her a big hand because that's a lot of work. your mark, get set, go. Saw Casey ride, seen her ride since she was a little girl. Pretty lead change there, very pretty lead change. Casey's rode this horse for a couple of years. Normally every year she has a new one come along. That's why she continues to challenge herself. Remember, first place in this guy pays $400. Total of $1,150 being paid out here. She's showing you those rollbacks. Why do we want it? Rollbacks are used in cow work to keep a horse so that he can get turned around and go get himself a cow real quick.
Okay, over to the ball. Push it to the grandstands.
She's had this horse for quite a long while. She bought him when he was a young horse.
Next over to the round rail.
Remember, they get a chance for 10 points on each obstacle. Where you place your horse at when you bring that gate out is very important. The difficulty of how you do it, how she made that pony horse back up, and so that she could step up to that gate, just increased the
Over to the jolly ball, swing it around your head. From the junkyard and the Cowboy curtain.
Casey's the first one that took this Cowboy obstacle stuff to the fair. She started with Lake County Fair, and the next year she came to Burton and Lake County. She came up with Kathy and put a lot of obstacles with Houston here. lesson program, enter
Back through the zigzag.
Again, Casey's on the same kind of journey as Crystal was. You know, she's just looking for that finish line. And the rider
Over the tire, trying to do the out.
So that journey that we all make with riding, some of us, and in your riding career, nobody's riding career is perfect. Nobody's training career is perfect. Sometimes we will do something that we wish we, would have done it a different way. But then sometimes we were probably maybe to get the horse to do it, that's all we needed.
Again on the pinwheel.
Glad I'm not the judge tonight. We've got some pretty good horse in this. Casey's one of our open riders.
Over to the bridge, plank, mattress, rail, and box.
Remember how I told you earlier about those horses that, that the riders were having a little trouble controlling their back feet? The rear end was moving around. She's got this horse, what I call in the bridle. And so she's got very good control of this horse's hind quarters.
Bobby Cooper, you're up next.